In today's video, we are going to be wrapping our lawnmower in some faux leather wrap. We're going to be using this repair tape for a couch and going to be using it to replace all the handles because they're faded and ugly. So we're giving this a King Ranch look with some tasteful mods, and the results are beautiful. So make sure you guys stick around till the very end to see the final results and the very cool tasteful mod that we added in this video. So with that breakdown, let's hop right into it. Now this right here is a double-sided leather strip that can stick to just about any surface. The reason that I even chose this color is because it almost resembles the King Ranch brown that I have on my 6.0 Power Stroke. And the plan for this is to be wrapping the handles, the steering wheel, and just a bunch of little parts on this to give it more of a Western feel. And I really feel like that's gonna match up pretty nice with the new bull horns that we added. And if you guys haven't seen the last video where we did a few upgrades on this mower with wheel lights that I also built, go and check out those other videos because we have a multi-part series on this entire build right here. The funny thing is this stuff's actually for a couch. It's like a patch repair, and this is like the only thing that I could really find to match the color I was going for. I think it was like $8 each roll. So we're gonna start by wrapping these little handles, get the heck out of my way, on here because you can tell that they're like rotted off. We're gonna do this little handle here. I'm gonna put something on this handle because it hurts whenever you're trying to give it gas. Like there's just nothing to really grab on there. So it kind of hurts your fingers whenever you're messing with the fuel. We're also gonna try and do the steering wheel. I think that'd be pretty cool. And the step here, and with whatever we have left, we might have something else to wrap along with that. So overall, this stuff actually is pretty decent quality. It made it kind of difficult to wrap because these handles were basically rotted off, but overall, you know, the process was pretty simple. I did change up my routine on this other one. I capped off both ends and then wrapped it because if I just wrapped the body, both ends had a big gaping hole in it, which I'm about to show you right now. Okay. It's not gonna win any pretty contest, but it's capped off on both ends, so now it doesn't look hollow on the inside like this one. It's just gonna have to be kind of ugly, but I think that it looks decent, and like when people see it, they're gonna be like, oh crap, is that leather? It's not gonna win pretty awards, but neither is the entire mower. I mean, just look at it. So just trust the process, guys. That's all I'm asking. Trust the process. I did end up liking the second handle better, so I redid the very first one and capped off both ends for a much cleaner, much needed look. And after addressing this, we're gonna work on the broken handle that adjusts our throttle. And as far as the handle, I'm kind of looking for something more or less like this, maybe a little bit smaller, that I can put on here and weld, and then that'll kind of be my handle, and maybe just wrapping like the inside with leather. But I'm worried that it's a little too far over, so it'll end up hitting the PTO, which I don't need, but it needs to be disengaged all the way down. I don't know. That would be something I have to kind of look into. So more or less, this is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to keep digging through my toolbox and see if I can find something for a custom little handle. We got a little 1/4 inch right here, so I'm going to pull out the welder, tack that on there, and that leaves plenty of clearance from here, and it's still a good amount. I should be able to grab it like a little handle, like from both sides, and pull up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, these Harbor Freight welders are awesome, especially for the price of 150 bucks. Perfect for tons of DIY projects. And the handle idea that I just pulled out of thin air, let me know if you guys think I could have done a better job or if this was a pretty good idea. All right, so here is our little handle. And remember, you don't gotta be good at welding, you just gotta be good at grinding. Honestly, I just like pulled that idea out of thin air. I was just looking around. I was gonna make like some type of like a wooden little thing, but I'm like, how am I gonna fasten it? And I'm like, it's metal. I have metal, and this little Harbor Freight welder makes it super easy to weld stuff. So, I mean, that works. So it'll end up needing a little more grinding, but it is a lot easier to grab, and it's just a lot sturdier. Plus, like I said, it adds to the old rat rod vibe. So, gonna let it cool down, maybe grind it a little bit more, but that looks pretty cool from there. Now, as far as the steering wheel goes, we're just gonna wing it and just start wrapping around the outside and basically leave the inside here, because I'm not really sure what else to do as far as that. So I guess we're just gonna get to wrapping. So to be straightforward with you guys, this took a little bit longer than what I thought. It was only like 35 minutes, but I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute little job. I had to redo a few different spots, and it was just kind of a learning experience. But as I continue to wrap more with this stuff, the better I get each time. So we got this nice and wrapped, and I didn't really like how boring this looks. What I did is like added like a fake wrap to it, just around the edges, so it kind of fills it in a little bit more, eliminates that, and just kind of gives a little bit of a custom feel. I'm probably going to throw some in here on these little edges right there. See how it turns out. I mean, I'm just trying to add more so that these don't look so off, because just those handles by themselves make it look off. It's just like, why did he put that on there? So that's why I'm trying to add as many little leather accents as I can, so when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, leather here, there, and everywhere, you know? So it looks a little tacky, but I mean, whatever. I don't really care. The more wrap there is, the better. Throw a little bit on this wrench, kind of just the middle piece there, just to kind of add a little bit. I am going through with the heat gun, because with it being cold out here, it's kind of peeling off the edges a little bit. So I'm going to hit it with the heat gun and hope it kind of grabs a little bit better. Not sure how I feel so far about all that wrap. I was hoping the more that I added, the better that it would look. But it's leaning on that edge of tackiness, whatever. We're going to continue on and just see if maybe it gets a little better, if it just keeps getting worse with the more that I put on. So we got the mower out here in the daylight, and it looks pretty decent. And we're going to bring back some of the original color on this with, drum roll please, some tire shine. If you guys didn't know, anything that is like rubber or a faded black, this will temporarily bring back the shine. So basically any type of tire shine is going to work for this next part. So this is, I think, from Dollar General or something like that. It was just something I picked up, had in my garage, and I figured I'd use it. So I'm going to show you how much of a difference it makes. So we're going to spray this little part right here, and I'm going to grab a little rag and kind of just spread it out. And this is going to last 2 days. I did a test run on this a little while back, and I mean, you'll get maybe 3 out of it, I guess, depending on like how many coats, but it stays that way for quite a while. This is a faded part, that's non-faded, so we're just going to spray the whole thing, kind of smear it around. This thing is just dripping tire shine, so I mean, I dry it off, whatever, a little bit, good enough. It even brings back the shine on the Ford emblem, which is pretty funny. I was gonna put, and I'll let you guys decide this, I was gonna put a piece of this leather in this little circle here, so it didn't just throw it off entirely with that blue, because I did put this little leather strips in here since it was like a little gap. Wrapped it around on these edges, so it kind of just gave it more of like a wrapped feel. I mean, overall, like, it looks pretty decent. Now, I want you guys to rate this setup 1 to 10. Overall, I think it came out pretty decent. I mean, when you start looking close, yeah, you're going to see all, like, these overlay spots. But, I mean, like, this is kind of the spot that I was looking at. It's like, okay, it looks good from the front, you know, the bottoms of the same thing. You can kind of see where it overlays on top of it, but no one's really going to be looking. And it's a lawnmower. Like, that's a part of it. Like, she leaks oil. She's rusty. She's got ugly welds all over. Like, I just don't want people thinking that this is a clean build. I'm just trying to give it a rat rod type of a vibe, you know? Oh yeah, and we did add a little bit of leather on the actual pedal itself, just to kind of like add to the entire thing. So leather here, leather there, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got it like on 6 different spots. I even did the little key itself, so I don't know, I think it's kind of funny, adds a little nice touch. And for $14 in Amazon couch wrap, I think it did pretty decent. Now, one thing I do need to know is, where do you guys think I could find a seat for this? Like, I want to do like a King Ranch wrap. If I could just like either find the foam for the seat, strip it, keep the original seat, or just find a mower seat that's like that leather style, that would be awesome. If this seat was in a lot better condition, I would definitely keep it, but it's like just dry rotted and these pieces just flake off every time you go to sit on it. Like, I would love to keep it original, but this is literally rusted off those 2 bolts, and it's barely holding on by those 2. So when you go to sit on it, I mean, it's a matter of time before that thing breaks off and there's no seat on it. My question is, do you guys know where we could get a seat? Or do we look for one of those old tractor seats that kind of look like this and throw it on there? It'd be like rusty cast iron or old metal, and it would definitely fit this whole vibe. But I also do want a leather seat, because then it'll match the entire leather thing we got going on here. And if you guys made it this far in the YouTube video, comment down below finish to let me know you made it this far, and we're gonna wrap it up as far as that. Hopefully that's a good little DIY that you guys can use on a four-wheeler, a mower, hell, even a little beater car or something. Or if you're actually good at wrapping, this would probably actually look pretty decent inside of a vehicle. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think the custom little handle that we welded on there definitely gave it a nice little rat rod touch. The leather steering wheel came out pretty decent, not too bad. This handle right here actually came out pretty good. We ended up getting all the angles of the grips, so it kind of looks like it's supposed to be there. The leather on the brake slash clutch came out very nice. And just overall satisfied with the outcome of this, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure you stay subbed for this entire series because we're not done. We still got the custom exhaust that we're going to be building, a custom seat. We got a custom license plate coming that's going to say King Ranch, and I'm going to bolt it in right here with some spike bolts. Going to be sick. And a few other tasteful mods coming for this mower. And if you guys have any ideas for the mower, comment them down below, and maybe one of your ideas could be on this mower's next video. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See you, bye.